All right. All right, guys. Working on this right now. A little stressful. Good morning. Hey, Jackie. Like seeing you guys pop in here. We're going to do a live workout this morning. We're actually going to be doing all lower body and core. That's all it is. You don't even need shoes for this one. So we're just going to get started in a second. I'm getting my timer going because those of you know me know I can't count. Hey, Sandy, thanks for popping in. It's always happy to see one or two people on. That's what this is about, though. Fit Your Time Workouts means you're going to be able to work out whenever you want to. So this video is going to be up when I finish. I apologize for the scenery not being so great today. My neighbor is having some trees taken down, and there is a ton of noise outside on my back deck between a wood chipper and a chainsaw, and I didn't think y'all would want to hear that this morning. So what do you need? You need, if you didn't take a peek at we needed a chair. I have a little ball. If you don't have a ball, you can put a pillow, a towel between your thighs. I've got a light set of dumbbells. I have my ankle weights and a band. You don't need anything. I promise you'll get a good workout without it. Hey Jody, good morning. Sandy, yeah, I'm here doing this too. And Jody, I love having you pop in. If y'all can't hear me, okay, let me know. I think you must be able to. I had to move everything at the last minute into my basement. Like I said, my neighbor's getting some tree work done, and I knew it would drive me bananas to hear chainsaws. So let's get this thing started. We've got the chair for support today. You're gonna hold it while you do some exercises. So if you don't have a chair, you can always grab a broomstick or a countertop or anything. Good, Jody, yay! I'm so glad. Let's get this thing started. I don't have any side kicks today, but I hope to get some back. All right, march it out. Not like back from college. I got that one dropped off, and I hope he stays until May, or at least Christmas, and then back until May, right? That's what we're looking for. And to all my Forsyth County friends, I know that your kids all started school today. I wish them a safe and happy school year, and may everybody stay healthy, right? All right, guys, march it out. We've got lots of squats, glutes. We got band work. If you don't have bands and you do have ankle weights, they're interchangeable on most of my work stuff today. Also, if you don't have any of it, I promise it's still going to work. And if you're just starting out and a beginner, you may want to avoid it anyways because you're going to get plenty of stuff without it. You'll get a good workout. All right, shoulders down and back. What this class, a lot of times the standing work is about, is taking that rib cage, lifting it tall, pulling down through your pelvic bone, and taking your tailbone imaginary and pulling it down to the back a little bit, and your shoulder blades come down, okay? Let's warm up a little step touch. So my plans, by the time winter comes along, is to have this covered up, the batting cage in the basement. So I hope to give you a better backdrop in the future, but for now, it's better than the chainsaw and wood chipper going on outside. You can't plan what your neighbors are gonna do, right? It's all good though, it's fine. At least the timing, I was not thinking about the timing of that the trees were gonna be worked on. It's all good. Here we go. Ham curls, let's get it. Nice. Warming up through the quads, hamstrings, kicking yourself in that fanny, right? Our first block of work is standing, legs and glutes. You're gonna need a ball and a band. If you don't have a band, but you have a dumbbell, that would be fine too. If you have nothing, I promise this won't work. Knees up in front right here. Y'all keep that knee lift going. Keep it going. So one thing I want to show you is a couple of things we have today. Later on in the workout, you can break it into two sections. Keep the knee lifts going. So you can do a 30-minute workout, and I will tell you when to tap out. You can do a 60-minute workout. The second half is not going to be the same as the first, but you're still going to be working all lower body and just core today. So in the second half, I have something called an inchworm and a flamingo. So when you do your flamingo, you'll keep marching that out. You got a little bit of time. Knees up. You're going to take one foot, lift it, and we're going to hinge at the waist. So if you see what I'm doing here, I'm hinging. If you know you're going to need a little balance help, you can hold your chair for your hinge. I'm going to add an option on where you can actually walk out to an inchworm, tap under and walk back and challenge that balance again. So just so you kind of see that ahead of time, because that's probably one of the more difficult ones today, and I will take time to explain it. All right, let's warm some squats up, two down. Now when you're squatting, I need your body weight in those heels, booty tracks back. Keep those squats going. You got about 45 seconds. Yes, here we go. Squats, squats. Last thing to warm up, I want those hands behind your back. And we're just gonna hinge at the waist. We have deadlifts in here today. And I love warming you up this way, so I know your hands being behind your back is going to keep your back flat. We don't wanna come here and round it. So right here, last two, and last one. Awesome job, guys. Let's get the show on the road, right? If you have a ball, you're gonna use it. We're gonna put it between our upper thighs, and we're gonna start with some squats, okay? So you can either face your chair if you want a little extra balance, or you can just hold it off to the side. You may not need any balance. If you like your hands heart center, that works too. So we're just gonna start with those squats we just did. But I want you to bring your feet close together so that you're forced to squeeze the ball. So if you can take some time to think about what's going on here. That ball is turning oval. If you don't have a ball, a pillow, a towel, whatever you're squeezing, and your body weight's still in those heels, right? So when I come up, I almost think about coming from behind and lifting my booty, right? Like the booty lift that you want to have. So come up, squeeze. Good. Keep working it. Full range of motion, but we're going to shorten that range up. And every time I come up, I'm lifting my booty and squeezing that ball between my thighs. So again, if you're not feeling that squeeze, make sure your feet are narrow enough. Good. So glad you guys are joining me this morning. Lots of glutes and core today. Let's pulse it down for two. Two down, one up with the squeeze. Two down. Pull that squeeze up. Lift your booty and squeeze. Two down. Give me the booty lift. Two down and lift. Two down. One more. Two down and take it down and hold. I'm going to transfer my weight onto the balls of my feet and my toes so my heels are elevated. From the side, it looks like this, and I'm going to pulse it down. Notice I'm not leaning on my chair. I call these TP fingers. You're just using it to help with your balance. Good. Jody, Sandy, nice job. I know you guys are working hard today. We're up on those toes. These are our high-heeled shoes, challenging the balance. An option, if this isn't working for you, is put those toes, those heels back down and pulse it, right? This is more of an advanced move. We've got a couple more minutes here. We're going to pulse, pulse, pulse. Now, keep the pulse, but we're going to, on the way down, in 3, in 2, we're going to hold the lowest position. And I want you just squeezing the inner thighs. So right now I'm focusing on the in, okay? I'm trying to oval out that ball I have. Again, if your ball is flatter, you need to get your feet close together so your inner thighs are pushing in, okay? My torso's tall, I'm still working on that rib cage form, shoulders down and back, just squeezing in. Inner thigh, you should start to feel the shakes. When I say the shakes, like your quads and your inner thigh are like, ooh, okay? Again, more advanced, a little help is just fine. 4, 3, 2, and take a little break. We're staying here though, okay? We're gonna come down again, squeeze the ball, and I'm going to walk my feet. So I'm lifting high heels to low heels. So working the calves a little bit. My friend Angela loves when we work calves, right? Good, lifting, lifting. So I'm rolling up under those toes, and this is where you being barefoot is an advantage because you're able to use that flex. It flex your toes, flex your feet, get all the way up on the top, squeezing that ball. Good, y'all keep going. We're almost there. I just want to check in and make sure everything's working. Good. Do knees go over the feet? A tiny bit. So you want to make sure you're not going too low where you're, but if you're squatting your booty back, you're not really coming over the top. Maybe when I'm alternating feet, I'm like maybe an inch over my toes. So that's a good question, Jody, because we talk all the time about that. In a lot of these bar moves, when I do these plies later, your knees are gonna go a little past your toes. It's gonna be okay. I know we still preach that to you, but that's a good question. On this, you do get to do that a little bit. And take your break. You're gonna grab your band for me, okay? We're gonna put the ball back between our legs. I'm going to loop the band underneath both of my feet from the side. I look like this. Remember when we did those deadlifts earlier? Banded and ball. If you don't have one or the other, that is just fine. If you don't have a band, I would grab some dumbbells and just work the deadlift this way. So I'm hinging at my waist, my feet are close together, and I'm continuing to squeeze that ball. Good. Full range of motion. You're taking your booty, pushing it out the back door. So if I were standing in a doorway, evenly, my booty would be going out the back. Good. So you're feeling that in your hamstrings and glutes. All right, we're gonna shorten the range of motion. Keep squeezing on that ball. We're going 2 down and 1 full. 2 down, 1 full. I talk about your kinetic chain a lot. The back of your neck to your tailbone. Try not to arch your neck up really high. I know if you're watching me on your TV, it's tempting. 2 down, 1 up. Keep everything together here. I'll tell you when we change anything, I promise. 2 down, 1 up. When you come up again, squeeze that ball, feel those glutes. I say this a lot, y'all. It's the best way to describe this. When you get to the top of this move, I want you to pretend you have a penny. I know, a penny in your butt cheeks, and you're squeezing it in place. All right, guys, I need you taking it down and giving me a hold. Just little pulses. My weight's in my heels, Jody, and I'm just doing that hinge forward right here. Just a tiny movement. Here's what's gonna change. I'm going to loop the band around my left foot only. My right foot's gonna go back into kickstand mode. So it's gonna be just slightly behind my left heel. So I'm removing the band there, holding with my right hand, looped around my left, my right toe is down. So now I'm gonna isolate that one side. You wanna know what you're working? You put your finger back here where that hamstring meets your glutes, and it should be rock hard, right? Good. So I've got that single leg in. My back leg is in kickstand mode, so it's just on my big toe. So really isolating the hamstring on the left side. The less weight you can have on that back kickstand, the better. You got about 20 seconds and we're gonna switch legs. If you need a break, take it. If you have a single dumbbell, it goes in the opposite hand right here. Why don't I want to do same hand? Because watch what happens in my hip. It opens. I want everything coming down here square. In 2, in 1, let's switch it out. So I'm going to put it around my bottom of my right foot, into my left hand, kickstand my left leg, and hinge. So a lot of times when we're doing deadlifts, people will say, I'm feeling it in my lower back. You are strengthening your lower back with this move. So feeling it is okay, but there's a difference between feeling it and knowing there's pain. If you're having any issues, get rid of the band and just do your hinge unweighted. Y'all, 30 seconds to go. We're going on to a new move. We're gonna lose the ball and add our band onto our body. If you don't have a band, it's okay. First 3 moves are all lower body, then we go into core. So give me that hinge for 15 seconds still. Again, what am I working? Hamstring and glutes. We're the Daisy Duke shorts. Meet your booty. Woo! 4, 3, 2, and nice job. All right, y'all, let's take that band and move it on up. I always say this is like putting on your pantyhose back in the day, right? I don't even know if people wear those anymore. All the way up here, I'm going to bring it above my knee. If you want to make it more difficult, you can put it at your ankle. So you make the decision. We're actually going to face our chair, okay? And I'm going to do lunges. So if I were doing a lunge, I'm going to step my right foot back first, but I'm going to drop straight down between 2 panes of glass. So I'm not going to hinge on this one. So I'm going to go lunge back with my right leg, little, medium, big, medium, little. So I'm not going to stand up the whole way. So it's little, medium, big, medium, little, medium, big, medium, little. So I'm staying in that compact lunge most of the time. If you don't have a band, it is all good. You're going to feel this. Where is my body weight? It's in my left heel, the one that's not moving. And this one, Jody, I'm not letting my knee pass my toe. It's staying behind, right over my ankle. Right over that ankle. We're just taking baby steps back. Good. So on that third one, on the big, try to get the knee as low as you can. As low as you can drop it. Good. Woo! My torso stays tall, my TP fingers are on my chair. All right, we're gonna change it, same leg though, same leg. I'm gonna take my right leg and drop it behind in a curtsy. Here we go. Drop it behind, tap it to reverse. Drop it behind, tap to reverse. Good, guys. Keep it going. Tap behind, finish in reverse. So my reverse one again, if you look real quick at the screen, I'm in that low runner's lunge to the point where my knee is almost on the floor. So I go from curtsy to that full low. My body weight's in my front heel, that front quad on the left side hurting, that stabilizing leg is feeling this, right, Sandy? Let's keep it going. Y'all, 20 more seconds, don't back down on me. You've got that combo move. I just love checking in. Hey, Dawn, good to see you. Jackie, if you're still here, you're doing great. Keep going. Dawn, always love having you pop in. We're gonna switch legs in 4, and I love your feedback because I know how much you love bar. Here we go. Other side. So I'm going to start. Right leg front. I'm gonna go little stuff, okay? Oh, hang on. All right. Sorry. All right, guys, here we go. I put on Do Not Disturb, but somehow my children get to come through on my Do Not Disturb. That's always really professional, right, Sandy? I gotta change that setting. So we go little, medium, big. I've switched legs now, just in case you don't know. My right foot, my right heel is getting my body weight. Good. My torso stays tall, 2 panes of glass. Good. My big one is to the point where my knee can almost touch the floor. If you're like, boy, I don't need that balance. I want to work my own balance. Prayer center hands is a little more challenging than holding on to your assistance. Good. Woo! So small to big. 3 steps. But I don't come all the way up ever. So now that quad's getting the action. You feel it? Yikes. Here we go. Nice. We're going to curtsies. In 3, in 2, in 1. Here we go. Now remember, it's going to come back in a curtsy to that deep reverse. Curtsy, reverse. Again, if you want to challenge that balance and get a little more out of this, hands off the helper or light grip to maintain balance. Nice, guys. You're about to knock out block 1 of 4 if you're staying for an hour. It's block 1 of 2 if you're staying for 30 minutes. The next block is going to be core focused, but you're going to get a little bit of leg work. You got 30 seconds here yet. We are going to add options into the next set. I'm going to go with my ankle weights and my light dumbbells. If you'd rather not, you don't have to, and you'll want your little squishy ball or your pillow nearby. Come on, finish strong, guys. 10 seconds. How we doing? Let's go. 4, 2, nice work. Let's take that band off. We're gonna transition to the floor, okay? So I'm gonna move my chair out of the way. I'm not completely done with it, but I don't need it for this set. I'm gonna get down on the floor, add my ankle weights. We're gonna stay on one side first, switch to the other, and then do a little bit of rectus abdominis. So the first part of this is blocks. If don't have ankle weights, don't cry, you'll be okay, I promise you. So you'll probably be happier. And the good news about you doing this at home, there is no shame in taking these off partway through, right? So I'm gonna come down onto my elbow, right underneath my shoulder. Weight is optional. I'm going to lift both legs. If you're like, whoa, Amy, that's not gonna work for me with my ankle weights. We're gonna lift the top leg, okay? And I'm reaching overhead to extend for my rib cage and oblique. All right, if you wanna take it up a level, both legs come together, Dawn. I'm pretty sure you got this one, right? So I'm actually on my left hip. If I'm taking both legs up, I kind of rotate a little bit to my left glute, right? All right, you got it. I'm gonna point that toe. Adding in the little dumbbell would be here. I feel a little bit more in my oblique if I pick up that dumbbell. So you pick what you need to do. You've got levels to work with. Can you do a couple both legs? Here we go. 4, 3, so I do roll back a little on this one. 2, hold it up on that one. Hold it up, drop the bottom. Point the toes, hold the weight up. If you don't have a weight, you're just gonna hold your hand up. Point the toes, lift. Meet those ankles together at the top. Good. Let's go, you got this. Doing lots of oblique work in this first one. If this isn't working for you, drop the bottom leg and just move the top like you did at the beginning. 20 seconds. Come on, tap those toes together. Right there. Come on, lift. Yes, you can. It's hot inside today. 10 seconds. If you missed the beginning, we have a lot of noise going on outside of our house today, so I didn't want to torture you with that. Stay on this side, guys. Here's what I need from you. We're going into up on your hand if you can, knee down. If that hurts your shoulder, Jody, come down here, okay? We're gonna come up if you can, your knees down, right? Dumbbells optional, same side. I'm gonna tuck the knee, point the toe. Tuck the knee, point the toe. No dumbbell will look like this. I'm driving everything in, and I'm giving it a little crunch here. And I'm taking that toe and gently tapping it to my mat every time. I'm controlling the down, guys. That's so important in this. Control the down. Don't just let that leg and the body weight drop on its own. Trying to keep your hand under your shoulder. Good. Nice work. Extend. Good. Give me one set of pulses right here. Just pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, extend. A couple more to finish. I'm just tucking in. This time my knee is bent, coming into front. Good. You got it. If you have that dumbbell still, extending and crunching for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yes, you can. 3, 2, and 1. How's that outer hip feeling? Now mine's sore. Push back for a little stretch if you need it here. We've got another side to work, y'all. Keep those ankle weights if you can. I'm gonna come down now on my right hip. I'm gonna extend those legs again, right? And I'm going to lift the top leg. This is the straight one. So my leg is straight at the top, and I'm bringing this in. If you're looking for a big challenge for the next 2 minutes on this side, you can lift both legs. You can use a dumbbell. So we're starting with just this crunch. Just this crunch. So again, I'm on my right hip, just lifting that leg. Got my ankle weights on for a little extra resistance, but the focus, y'all keep going, is this oblique area. You want to shorten the distance between your rib cage and your hip, if that helps make some sense here. Your toes are pointed. Woo! Good. You got it. 5 more, we're gonna try to do both legs. If you can't, you're gonna stay here. Don't worry about it. If you've got ankle weights and they're killing you, take take them off. 2, 1. Can you do 8 with a double lift? Slow it down. 7. I'm up on my booty a little more, the meaty part. 5, 4, 3. So it's like a V sit on the side. Hold it up, hold it up. Just drop the inside leg and return. I got my toes pointed. Let's go. Remember that first move we did, where your bottom leg stays down and your top leg does the work? That's an option. Here we go. Yes, you can. 30 seconds, guys. I see the first 30 minutes coming to a very quick end here. Let's go. We got 6, 5, with the toes. 4, shorten the distance between your rib cage and your hip. 2, last one. All right, let's take that other stance. Up on 2. Your hand if you can, your shoulder, your elbow if it bothers you, but this should be a bit of a modification already because I have my knee down, correct? Tall, straight line to the ceiling. I'm gonna crunch in and return, extend. So the extension right there, so important because what am I doing? I'm lengthening, right? You want to contract and lengthen the muscles. Bar-inspired moves are a lot about creating long, lean muscles. And this is how you do that, by getting a lot of extension and stretching. So, as you complete more bar classes, Dawn, right, your ideal is having amazing posture, maybe giving yourself a ½ inch of height because you've made those adjustments. Lift your rib cage, right? Lengthen when you have an opportunity to your core. Strengthen your lower back. All right, can you give me that tuck in for 8, 7, 6, 5, you know we're not done though. 4, 3, 2, back to toes. If you're adding the dumbbell in for the last 30 seconds, looks like this. Tuck it. We are gonna grab our squishy ball next. Let's go. You got this. Come on. Good. If you don't have a squishy ball but you have a pillow nearby, that's gonna work. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, nice. Woo, y'all, I hope you're doing well. I'm grabbing my squishy ball. If you don't have one, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna do regular crunches with your lower back down. Otherwise, I'm gonna take my lower back and put it on the ball, and I'm going to use it to isolate my rectus abdominis. You want this in here just crazy tight. So I'm gonna keep my ankle weights on. I may end up taking them off. We will see. So we're gonna roll back, all right? You're gonna lift one leg, crunch, and extend. So your hands can be behind your head. They can be heart center, or you can hold little dumbbells right here, okay? 3 options. I'm using my right leg right now. If you're using your left, that's okay. I'll promise to cue the switch. Hands behind your head, heart center, or extended. I want your chin off your chest. I'm crunching and lengthening, right? We talked about the lengthening. 3 more, 2 more, and switch legs. Point the toe, crunch it in, extend. Remember, hands behind your head, whatever's comfortable, but you want this 6-pack isolated. Good. Let's go. Good. Keep working. Breathing, lengthening, chin off your chest. Options you choose. Good. Four more. 3, lots of reps in these classes. 2, and 1. pointing the toe out. I'm just lifting and crunching. Rectus abdominis. Lengthening, pointing your back. A little bit of a roll over that pillow or ball. You got it. The key and the focus is the control down, right? Let's go. Good. Lift, control the down. Nice. 7, 6, 5. I see an end in sight for those of you leaving me at 30. 3, 2. We're going to hit the ball out. This is our finisher here. We're almost there in that first set. I'm going to come on back. Tabletop. My forearms are down my mat. Triceps pressing in the mat. And this tabletop means if I have a tray of margaritas between my knees and my ankles, I would tip them down to the floor or I wouldn't tip them onto me, okay? So press straight out, return. If your lower back is popping off the floor, try supporting your butte a little bit higher with your hands, okay? So I want that lower back staying on the floor. So I'm pushing straight out, bringing back in. A little more difficult might be your hands behind your head or just at your sides. Super important, y'all. Your lower back is not picking off the mat. If it is, that's when those hands go under your booty. 3 more. 2 more. We're going to hold it tabletop. Hold tabletop, alternate drops, return to tabletop. Everything's being controlled right now with your lower abs. Good. Lower ab work. Woo. 30-minute mark. 15 seconds away. We are going back to standing. Glutes, inner thigh, coming up. 3, 2, and 1. All right, for those of you tapping out at 30 minutes, see you soon. If you're gonna stay with me, we got this. Hey, Mom. I love when my mom pops in. So here's what we're going to now. Second set. Oh, this is a long one, y'all. If you want to keep your ankle weights, you can. If you are over them, I understand. They will add resistance into this. So this is a fold over series. So you're actually going to fold over. And I'm going to lower my hands, my elbows, down to my chair, okay? You're going to pull your pelvic bone up towards your chin, right, Dawn? And then I'm going to actually bring this back and give myself some donkey kicks. The one thing you want to avoid is a sway back. You see the difference? I've got my back arched. Now I've thought about pulling my pelvic bone up to my chin. Now this, it might be a set, Jody, where you say, I can't do these ankle weights because it's just not working. Take them off, they're not that important. Donkey kicks. So my knees are meeting in the middle right there. My toe is trying to get to the ceiling. It's not doing so well because these weights are heavy. We're working the underbutt, okay? Right underneath the butt. That's why it's professionally called the underbutt. I need you to pulse this out with an isometric hold right there. Toes to the ceiling. How high can you lift without arching your back? I keep reminding you that. Push, point the toe to the ceiling. Come on, pulse it out. 7, 6, 5. My left knee is soft. 2. Straighten it out. Lift and lower, Sandy. There we go. So now I'm leading with my heel, right? My toe is tapping the mat. My heel is going to the ceiling. Good. Come on. So notice I am not dropping my toe with a lot of weight. I'm controlling it so it's just barely a tap. Barely a tap. Good. You got this. Almost there. We're going to actually switch legs in just a second. I hope you're doing this. Pull that pelvic bone in. Don't arch your back. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And you're halfway. So we're back to donkey kicks. On the other other side. I'm gonna move my chair just so you can see me a little better. I'm gonna fold over, right? I'm going to set my left leg now and start my donkey kicks. Pull that pelvic bone in. Point the toe to as much of the ceiling as you can get. How are we doing? If you have not found yourself a pair of ankle weights yet, they truly are game changers. You don't need them, but the more advanced you get, the more you'll notice how effective they are, especially working the underbutt here. Right, Sandy? Good. And I know some of Adrian's classes, she'll do almost the entire class with your ankle weights. They are amazing. Part of the reason they're so effective, I'll talk you through this, is the longer the lever, the harder the things are. So you're putting 2 pounds, which seems like very little weight, at the longest part of the lever, right? All right, let's go. Time to isolate and pulse up, up, up. Good. Let's go. How you doing, Carol? You got this. My Minnesota girls, Trisha and Maddie, I know they do this on different days, but I'm just going to call y'all out right now. I hope you're feeling this in your underbutt. Right? That's how we're working. You got it. 4. Come on, lift. 3, 2, point the toe. Here we go. All right, Carla. Let's get this. Point the toe. I had a comment on Hella's Facebook. Total hashtag grandma gold. She is a grandmother, and I'm pretty sure she gets mistaken as a mom all the time. Absolutely beautiful. Here we go. Lift with that heel, y'all. We're almost there. Don't let that back arch. 20 seconds. How's that stabilizing leg feeling? That's the one on the floor. Mine's shaking. You got it. We got another exercise coming up. In 4, in 3, in 2. Oh my goodness. Feeling good, right? Oh my goodness, I can hardly stand. So we've got 2 more things coming up. The first one, we're gonna work some inner thigh. So if you have a band and you want to add a little extra resistance, you put it here. If you want to keep your ankle weights because they're working for you, good stuff, Joan. All right, so if you can see my feet, I'm gonna hold my chair to my side. If you like to face it, that's okay, but you gotta stay tall, okay? Don't hinge forward, so be close to it. My heels are gonna touch, and I'm gonna do little plies. And Jody, this is another one I said, it kind of breaks our rules of letting your knees go past your toes. It's okay here, it's a tiny amount. You're stabilizing, everything's on the floor, as in your entire foot, okay? Spread those toes out, work your balance. But here's where the mind and muscle comes in, guys. Inner thigh. Again, it's almost a little bit of an underbutt lift as you come up. Right, Sandy? Squeeze. So I'm working inner thighs. You've got to really think about it. When they come together, squeeze them super tight. Staying tall. Woo! All right, so my heels are touching and I'm gonna pulse it down. So now I'm gonna put my body weight in my heels for the most part, but I'm going to think inner thigh, okay? You can't put a ball in there because it won't stay, but I want you squeezing all the time. Stay tall. When we talked in the beginning, Jackie, about shoulders down and back, your rib cage, you want to think about from those shoulder blades, tying it down into your tailbone. That's your posture work. Lord knows I need lots of posture help, so I'm trying to always think of that when I'm doing these. 3, 2, we're going to hold it down on 1. Hold it down, okay? I'm going to lift to my toes and slow down my pulses. I'm not coming all the way up. I'm on my high heels now. Good. So y'all, if you're with me for the 60 minutes, we are in to that second 30. That means the finish line is in our sight. We've got 3 exercises here for legs and glutes, followed by 3 for core. Check the boxes coming. So I'm on my toes, and I'm really working quads, inner thighs, right? Challenging would be here, little helper would be here. Woo! 7, pull it in with the inner thigh. guys pull it right here, like there's a string pulling together. 4, 3, 2. All right, I'm gonna take my right leg and just lift my inner thigh to the ceiling, right? Just lift, inner thigh to the ceiling. Make sure you're close enough to the chair so you're not like out here leaning. I need you tall, rib cage lifted. So if you have an ankle weight or a band on right now, you're noticing that resistance on the way down. Good. Let's just pulse it up. Lead with the inner thigh. 4, 3, 2. Let's switch sides. Stabilize. You can stay right here. You don't have to go to the other side of your chair. Lead with your heel and the instep of your shoe for your foot. Lift and control. So the last set is going to combo up legs, hamstrings, and core. Remember from the warm-up, if you were with me, I showed you an inchworm. Flamingo to inchworm. Yes, we're going to go visit the insect and bird zoo. Flamingos to inchworms, right, Sandy? I'm going to give you a challenge to do a single-legged inchworm. If you're like, not today, Amy, you come back and do this later, and you start working towards that. It's a goal. Pulse it up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and my chair is gone for now. All right, guys. I'm going to keep my ankle weights. You do not have to, okay? You can try this banded as well. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. My right leg is going to come off like a flamingo, right? Hands out if you need it. If you need your chair, I talked about that. You can hold it off to the side, okay? I'm going to move it so you can see me. I'm just going to work on my hinge, my flat back, and come back to my flamingo. If you're like, ooh, I need help, put your fingertips on your chair, right? So Jody, I'm hinging with my back flat and returning. Hinging. This is an exercise you want to focus on the floor, about 4 to 6 feet in front of you for ideal balance. Now I'm going to take my hands. If you're advanced and you think you can start moving towards the next move, and I know you all are, you're going to actually try to bring your hands down towards the floor, return to that flamingo. To the floor, and my front knee is soft. So if you're like me and not crazy flexible, you can bend that left leg to help get your hands down to the floor. You see what I'm doing? If you are struggling so much and the chair is not helping, put your kickstand down, right? Adrian and I talk about that kickstand a lot. Your back is flat. Let's take this to the next level if you can. Walk out to a single-legged inchworm. I'm going to drive my knee under to my opposite elbow. I'm going to walk back and set my balance. You know I don't have it, but you're going to try to keep that kickstand off the floor. And again, I promise you don't have too many of these. Drive under your body. Kick it back out. Work your balance, y'all. Figure it out. Flamingo. Your flamingo never stands all the way back up. Did you notice that? Drive under. Back. Got a couple more before we switch legs. Isolate if you can, guys. This is really challenging. Amy, what would be a modification? I'm watching you and I don't know what to do. Both feet down on your inchworm. Take it back to kickstand. Both feet down is a modification. Maybe you're going to drive under. Walk both feet back. Return to kickstand. Is that a good option? You got it. One more, guys. Walk it out. Sand, how you doing? Under. These are slow, y'all. Work the balance. Don't rush it. Oh, we've got another leg. Let's start with flamingos. How are we doing? I'm going to put right leg down. Hinge at my waist. Back is flat. Work my balance on the chair if I need it to begin. I am not going to lie. This is my bad leg. You're going to see it. You know how you have one leg that's better than the other? So spread those toes out on the foot on the floor for a little help. If you're struggling, grab your chair or put your kickstand down. What am I working, Amy? Hamstrings, right? Slow hinge for me, guys. That's tough. This leg is not as good, but I'm gonna make it try. Anytime I need, I put my kickstand down or grab my chair. How are we doing? Who's ready to try that inchworm? One or two-legged. Bend your right knee, walk up to inchworm, set it, drive the knee under, return, walk it back, show me flamingo. Woo, Lori, if you do this, I would love to hear about it. It's definitely a balance challenge. Come on. Y'all keep going. Here's one thing that Sandy and Adrian and I were talking about yesterday. If you can't do this live, that's what this is all about. Doing it when you can do it. But I love to hear feedback. Y'all keep going, I'm just talking. I love to hear you just make a little comment. Did this work out? It was good. Did this work out? I got a comment last week that said one of the moves was confusing. I would love to hear that. That is amazing feedback because if I put that in next time, I'm going to take more time explaining it. So that makes me a better instructor. Don't be afraid to share. Single-legged flamingo inchworm. Now I gotta keep putting that foot down. I'm not doing great. One more, y'all. You got this. One more. Make it count. Make it your best. Make it your best. Stick your balance. Awesome. Nice job. You can. Let's see. Take off your ankle weights finally if you have them on. You're gonna need your ball. Okay. I'm gonna pop up here to say hi. Hey Tracy. Maybe you and Jody should get together and do this together. You're gonna put your ball behind your back, okay? It's gonna be adding that six-pack challenge again, because when you put that back there, you're not on a stable floor, you're on a ball, you're on a pillow, you're on a wound up towel, something like that. You can have your weights nearby for this. Okay, here we go. Right here, ball behind your back. I'm just gonna give it a slow crunch. How would I make this harder, Dawn? I would give you those little light weights. And if you can't find light weights, this is awesome with 2 water bottles. Don't waste your money if you can't find them. Sometimes places will jack up the price because they're hard to find, right? Water bottles work great. I am already, Adrian, getting that chug, chug, chug in my stomach because it's shaking. Lift and lower. Good. Yes. Good. Good job. Three more. I'm going to lose my weights only because, Jody, you know me, I don't have great shoulders and they don't love to do a lot of things, and I know this next thing they're not going to like. So you keep your weights if you can. I'm going to lower my arms and lift my arms. So I have my rectus abdominis totally isometric, holding it, but I'm shaking because I'm leaning back into that ball, but I'm also using the 6-pack to hold things straight. So I'm lifting and lowering just my arms. If you have your dumbbells, they're going to add on. This is where I can use 1 pound. All the years of playing tennis have not done my shoulders well. After one rotator cuff surgery, I think the other one is due, but I'm just going to work with it. All right, guys, hold it up. If you have your dumbbells, they're here. I need bear hugs. So from the front, I'm doing a little bit of a chest fly, bear hug arms. The move is coming from my lower abs. Notice my neck and my chin is off my chest, and my eyes are pretty much up at the ceiling. I'll tell you if you need to know anything different. Good, lift, bear hugs. In 2, we're gonna hold it up. In 1, just up. Now I'm just giving that bear a really tight hug at the top and leading with my chest, y'all. The chest leads, okay? Lead with your chest, lift with your chest, hug that bear. 7, nice, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to take your left hand behind your head. I'm just going to move so you can see me. Take a little break if you need it. I'm going to do a side lift. So I'm taking my armpit from my left armpit towards my right knee. My ball is still behind my back. And what am I doing here, Sandy? I'm shortening the distance between my rib cage and my hip. Good. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to hold it up on 1. Hold it up. Hands go up. Same thing. I'm going diagonal here, and I'm shortening the distance between my rib cage and my hip. Lift and reach. Reach. Good. Hold it out. Hold it out. In 3, we're going to hold it up. 2, and I'm still diagonal. Hold it up, and just give me a little saw here. Just a little saw action. Lift it up, and I'm still going at a diagonal. I'm just taking my hands. 8, drop your shoulders. 7, 6, 5, you can. 4, 3, reach. 2, hand behind your head. Let's go the other direction. So now, my right armpit is driving towards my left knee, and I still have the ball behind me. So when I recline, my abs are feeling that, and I'm extending, lengthening. We talked about the importance of lengthening. Come on. Woo! Nice. You got it. 5, 4, we're going to hold it up on 1. 3, 2, and I'm just going to lift here. Lift, lift, lift. So again, I'm shortening on that left side. I'm really making the distance. I'm changing it up. It's going from straight to crunching between rib cage and hip. Lift. Come on. 8, 7, 6, 5. We're almost there, y'all. 4, 3. We got a little saw action. 2, and 1. Press it out, press it up. So you are keeping this isometric, the hold in that oblique, and you're just giving me that little saw arm work. Come on, lift and lift. Woo! You got it. Come on, let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I'm going to give you a break. 2, and 1. Y'all, we have one more exercise. We're going to take the ball, this one. It's a little different, okay? I'm going to come up and see if I can make this ball sit there, okay? It's under my tailbone. Now your shoulders are on the mat, okay? My hands are on the mat, and I'm going to do some dead bug work. So I'm going to drop opposites. You've got to stop at the bottom and pull up using your lower abs. So there's a little balance challenge, keeping your tailbone on the ball. Your lower abs are really isolated in this. Keep your shoulders on the mat. Good. All right, so now we're dropping, right? Let's put them both down. And we're gonna swoop one up. Swoop one up. Swoop it up. So it's kind of a different move, swooping around and up. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just bicycles. We're going to press out those toes. Press out the toes. Good. Really work on pressing that lower back into that ball. If you need a little more challenge, bring the ball closer up into that tailbone. Here we go. Push out that bicycle crunch as low as you can get it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I need you to finish this for me with a plank. So I'm going to go down to my elbows. up towards your chin so your back's not going to arch. Because even in that plank, I see a lot of people with a sway back. And you don't want your back swayed. You don't want your booty way in the air, but you need to find that happy medium where you're strong in the core. Give you a hold. Now we're going to add teasers in. So you're going to take your pelvic bone and roll it under, squeeze your booty, and then you're going to release into more of an arch. So roll it under, release. We're almost there, guys. Who's excited? 25 seconds. That's all I need you for. Teasers pose. We're going to finish with some Supermans in our stretch. Do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4. Kim, you got this. 3, 2, and drop it down, y'all. Stretch it out tall. We talked about lengthening, right? You just did that. Again, next week I hope to come from you outside, to you from outside. And I do have plans to make this look a little neater next time I have to be downstairs. All right, guys, reach it out tall. Jody, great job. Oh, let's lift and lower here, just for the stretch. Supermans, lift and lower. And Jackie, if you stayed with me, great job. Y'all leave me a comment. We were talking about this yesterday too. When I'm teaching, I can't always see who pops in, but I love to give you a shout out after class. Lift and lower. So we're lengthening the lower back, but if you notice what we're also doing, we're strengthening lower back, lengthening the right abdomen. So keep going. Give me that 4 more of the Supermans. So crunching, crunching, crunching. All of a sudden, look what happens to your posture. Supermans, they're going to fix that. They're going to lengthen long lean muscles and strengthen. All right, last 2 and 1. Let's push back into child's pose. So I'm going to come to my knees and push back. Here's another thing I love feedback on. What exercises do you like? This is butts and guts, so we're really going to stay away from upper body. But if you like, I love outer thighs, I love glute bridges. That helps me plan my workout for next week. Left knee's in front. Right leg extends, drop to those elbows. So this might be one of those times where you're going to shift your hips around a little to find that place. You need that stretch. Way back at the beginning, we did those curtsies with the chair, and they hurt. So you want to find a good stretch for that. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want us to continue to stretch, great. If you're done, I get it. Switch sides. So here's another thing you can do with a lot of these workouts. Say you did it today without ankle weights. Try it again in a couple weeks. Throw those ankle weights on and see what the difference is. As you get stronger, you can challenge yourself a little bit. How about 4, 3, 2. Here we go. Let's put those feet right here and lift. We're going to lengthen through and stretch through the hamstrings with this move. Hands on your quads, round your back, roll your shoulders. If you need more stretching, you know you can take it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Feedback, comments, I love it. See you later.